Good evening to each and every one of you out there tonight. This is Jonathan Sanford coming to you with a video recap. Tonight's matchup between the visiting Splendora Wildcats and the homestanding Liberty Panthers. Coming into tonight's matchup, there was no doubt both teams wanted to keep those playoff hopes alive. How would they do that? Get a district win tonight. A very pivotal District 22 3A matchup between the visiting Wildcats and the Liberty Panthers. Going to tonight's matchup, the Splendora Wildcats had a regular season record of 2 up and 5 down. District play, they were 1 and 2. Meanwhile, the Liberty Panthers were 3 and 4 in the regular season record, 2 wins in district, 1 loss. So a big matchup between these two teams would be very pivotal for their playoff hopes. Coming into tonight's game, who would be victorious? Well, folks, you'll find out in just a few moments. Well, folks, after the flip of the coin, it was Liberty who would end up winning the toss. They would defer to the second half, putting their defense on the field to begin the first half of play. Splendora on offense would get the kickoff. They would make 1 first down and then have to punt, so the Liberty defense came up strong. Now it would be the offense's turn. It would take only 1 play, ladies and gentlemen, for Liberty offense to get on the board. It was a pass on number 15, Daniel Fitzwater, number 12, Jordan Jones, down the right sideline and into the end zone. 6 points put up on the board by the Liberty offense. Point after attempt was good, and we're setting now 7-0, Liberty leading as the game got underway. Good folks, after the kickoff, it would be Splendora's chance now to shine on offense, led by their quarterback, number 3, Eustace McAnally, and senior tailback, number 5, Jack Addison. It would be Jack Addison who would lead them all the way down to the 3-yard line before Eustace McAnally on a 3-yard option keeper would scamper to the end zone. Extra point was good, and we had a tie ball game at 7-7. Just under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. After the Splendora kickoff, we had to wonder, will Liberty continue to answer? Going to have to score some points here in this ball game tonight. No doubt about it, but Liberty would answer a 16-yard strike once again from Daniel Fitzwater to number 12. Jordan Jones would take them in for another Liberty touchdown. Now they'll have that lead with just under 4 minutes remaining, 14-7 over Splendora. Now we get to see, can Splendora answer Liberty back? This game has been wild thus far, but it was Splendora who would cough up the football on a turnover, and it would be Liberty who would attempt to capitalize on the turnover. Could they take advantage? Yes, they did, and did it in dramatic fashion. It was number 3, Darren Edwards, who would shoot the gap on a delayed draw 33 yards to the end zone for another Liberty touchdown. Taking your score now after the Splendora turnover and subsequent Liberty touchdown, 21-7. Liberty Panthers. Really a dramatic first quarter so far in just under 2 minutes remaining. Well, the next question would be, how would Splendora respond now that Liberty has gone up 21-7? Here's how. Number 5, Jack Addison, the senior tailback, scampered 69 yards all the way down the left sideline to take it in to make the score 21-14 to end the first quarter of play. Wow, what an absolute tornado of a first quarter between these two teams as they fight it out for this district spot number 3 in the district for the playoffs. And we're going to see how the rest turned out statistically here in just a few moments. Here are some individual stats for tonight's matchup between Splendora and Liberty. It was the Liberty Panthers' Darren Edwards who rushed 20 times for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns on the evening. He didn't have to do it by himself, folks. It was number 15, Daniel Fitzwater, the quarterback for the Panthers. He was 14 of 18 for 227 yards, 3 TDs, and only 1 INT. Fitzwater's main target, folks, it was number 12, Jordan Jones. He is clutch. He is a spark plug for this offense. 6 receptions, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Whenever you need a first down, Jordan Jones comes in handy. Still, you have to tip your hat, though, to the Splendora Wildcats, number 5, Jack Addison, the senior tailback, who rushed 13 times, 202 yards, 2 TDs. This guy is a workhorse for Splendora. I was absolutely impressed with this guy all night long. Hats off to Jack Addison. Well, folks, it was an exciting matchup. Really, the first half told the story. The rest was all just basically fundamental. But the final stats for the Liberty Panthers are total yardage, 555 total yards, 27 first downs. They rushed 37 times for 328 yards and passed for 227 yards. The final stats for Splendora, 341 total yards, 18 first downs, rushed 30 times for 276 yards, and went in the air 65 yards. Well, I'll tell you, folks, if you are a fan of the Liberty Panthers, you have to be glad they are peaking at the right time in the season. Tonight's ball game basically was over after the first half. Most of your scoring took place there, but your final score of tonight's ball game was 49-28. Liberty Panthers victorious, going to 4-4 in the regular season, 3-1 in district, and Splendora will drop to 2-6, 1-3 in district play. Well, once again, this is Jonathan Sanford. I'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in and watching this short recap video of tonight's matchup between the visiting Splendora Wildcats and the homestanding Liberty Panthers. It was a great victory for the Liberty Panthers, very needed for that program as they continue to try to build under Shane Dill, and really hope to see that program continue to succeed here in the remainder of the 2010 season and possibly a playoff run. Well, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and God bless each and every one of you. Good night, everybody.